Yeah, let's go. What's up, Tohib? How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you doing, Kolawole? POK.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Been a while. Ice
Yeah,
work
it's
now.
been a while. We thank God. No free days is the new reality now. We just have to sit down and get things going. So we're adjusting to the new life. And how's been work at your own end too? I know you are used
Good,
to
good.
that type of thing already.
Since we spoke, you've been into Web3. Let's start from Web3. Let's start from that Web3, guys. I actually think when I read on Twitter, many people always say, when you buy a car, and they tell them, oh, now Web3, oh, now Web3. And then they ask them, what are you doing inside that Web3? What are you doing inside that Web3? Tell me what you are doing. So I know you do writing, right? But how is the Web3 ecosystem? What have you learned about it so far?
Web3 is fun. I think it's an upgrade, a very big upgrade of Web2. And like you said, like when you ask people, what do you do in that Web3? A lot of people don't know how to explain it. They don't know how to put it into words because it looks like to the normal eye, so people that are not in the ecosystem, that are not in that niche, it looks like something that is archaic to them. It looks like something that is foreign to them. It sounds entirely different. Imagine if you tell somebody like, okay, you just got into Web3 4 5 months ago and you bought a car. It'll be like, that's not possible. I do way more than what you do, and I cannot even afford my house rent now. So most of the time, it looks maybe too much of a big deal to these people that are not into this space. Even before I got into the Web3 too, I don't know it can be this, it will look this way, to be sincere. So that's why so many people cannot put what they are doing in words. And there's a normal this thing that goes around on Twitter when they say Web3 people don't share updates. Like all these Web3 people that they hold back. Like I've seen
Yeah.
a lot about it, and I don't know. In my It's contextual, I guess. But for my hand, ever since I got into Web3, there's none of my friends I've not had conversations about them switching from Web2 to Web3 to them. A lot of them. Most times, last night I still spoke to one of them. I have after this session, I'm going to have a call with a friend of mine that has scheduled that we should talk today. That how he's going to get into Web3, what he needs to do, how he's going to start. And I told him, oh, myself just got into this place, but to the best of my knowledge, I can coach you a little to getting into this place and when you are there because there's nothing like there's a quote that you said recently on Twitter that really has a lot to do with Web3. If people are actually conversant with it, it's about so many things. You can learn so many things. Not everything can be taught. I can teach you, I can tell it to you so many things you need to know about Web3, but there are some things that cannot be put into words. And that's why so many people cannot explain what they do. So many people cannot back up it. It's not like it's fraud, but they just can't say it. How do you want to tell somebody that you designed the graphic and you will pay $2,000 just for
Because
maybe one coin or a
has been
project?
if that person has been designing graphics in the Web2 industry and the person has been earning 10,000 naira or let me say 5,000 naira per graphics, and then
Yes,
one person is telling him that this same graphics that you are doing in Web2, if you don't do it in Web3, you can earn as high as $2,000. You will look like, are you
exactly.
insane?
Are you saying what are you saying? Like, Web3 is and the thing is the second thing about Web3 is because there is a standard. In the internet is a global village now. We are all connected. All of us live on the same street, in the same environment, in the same city, which is the internet. Be it social media, be it any digitalized world, be it decentralized, anything it is, even dApps, Web2, Web3, Web1, we are all living in the same city. We are so connected, but Web3 made us more connected. So the fact is, when you tell somebody like, okay, the Web3 space is standardized, it is dollar based, regardless of where you are, it is dollar based, it is standardized. So it doesn't matter what your currency is. So most times, and the fact that the currency in Nigeria is kind of very bad right now. Imagine if you earn $1,000 for a project, that's about 1.6 million naira right now. It looks too big because when you are doing your web two, you are working for a Nigeria brand and you are doing a lot of graphics and they are paying you 200,000 naira per month. And you just did a project for somebody and they paid you $1,000 for that project. So it looks too much. That's about 8 times of what you will earn. That's your 8 month salary on one project, not even in a month. So we are all connected in the Web3 space, and it is standardized. That's why so many people cannot explain it. And there are a lot of free gifts and handouts in Web3 that people don't even understand. Presently, there's a brand that's reaching out to me, and we are discussing. They want me to collaborate with them with their gaming platform. Like, okay, they gave me free USDT to play their game to test it. If I like it, then I can collaborate with them, put out content, invite people to get into their gaming, and I will help because I'm just helping them put it out there. It's not something you see every day in Web2. And presently at this point, I'm still testing that app. I'm still trying to test the gaming
Yeah,
because I cannot. I'm new in this space. At the same time, I'm not like I'm stupid. I'm not going to come out. We know there's a lot of frauds and scams on Web3. So I'm not going to go out there, take my reputation and start telling people, tweet it, put it to the few people, maybe the two people that really think I matter, and put it on my WhatsApp, my Instagram, my all these social media that I use that, oh, you people should come and use this app. You people should come and play this game. While you are playing your game, just like your Candy Crush, you earn money. So I have to test it. So I'm still in the process of checking it. We have been in discussion for about a week now, and everything is going fine. Those are things that does not really happen in Web 2. It does not really happen in the normal world. So those things, how are you going to tell somebody like I'm playing a game and I'm being paid for playing your game, and at the same time I'm telling people come and play this game.
yeah,
Like it's just like FIFA. Like I like FIFA, I like GTA. When I'm paying my GTA, I'm the one that is subscribing, I'm the one that is buying that, I'm the one that is spending my time. So I can tell my friend, you play GTA? No, oh, play GTA, you like it. And he's probably playing GTA. But now it is the normal thing that everybody is used to. So when you now go to Web3, you now tell them, oh, hello, how are you doing over there? There's a game that you play, they will pay you while playing. And even the fact that you are telling your friends that they should play the game, you will earn for you telling somebody to play it. It doesn't sound natural, it doesn't sound normal to everybody, to the Web2 people.
yeah. They're gonna look at Yes, they're gonna look at it
Yeah,
like what is happening in this place. I should pay game and I'm gonna earn. No, 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 no. It's
yeah,
impossible. It's impossible. And it's insane because the way value system is changing. One of the things I recently just started thinking about is how our world is changing, and the fact that you all you need to do is just look at the world, observe the world, and change with the world. Because if you
yeah,
don't, the world is going to leave you. Because 10 years back, nobody knew that podcaster would be
yeah.
a job.
I feel you there.
If you cannot say oh, I went to school and I want to be a podcaster. That's why I find it insane when people say, oh, I went to school and I studied, whatever I studied in school, I've not used it in my life. There's a guy that said he's asking honest question. Is what can you do with a mathematics certificate? And I was like, these are the people that think you are going to school so that your certificate could get
Yeah,
you a job, which is not so. And that is the dream our parents sold to us. And that's why we always think, oh, when we go to school, we have to get out of school and use that particular certificate to get a job. We don't know that we are going to school to obtain knowledge. And that knowledge is up to us to apply that knowledge to anything, anything at all, be it design, be it graphics, whatever it is that you want to apply your knowledge to, you have to apply it to it. And if you fail to apply your knowledge correctly, that is your own cup of tea. It is not the fault of your school. It is not the fault of the course that you studied. So imagine somebody thinking, oh, what can you do with a mathematics certificate or mathematics knowledge? He's thinking of mathematics as a certificate instead of him to think of mathematics as a knowledge, that a mathematical knowledge that I've acquired, what can I do
yeah,
with this mathematical knowledge? Because you can do a lot of things with mathematical knowledge. You can do a lot of, there's nothing that operates correctly in this world, even the whole Web3 that we just spoke about. They operate
yes,
on mathematical principles, right? They operate the blockchain. Yes, the blockchain operates on mathematical principle. And I even heard that there's somebody, if you can solve the mathematical problem of blockchain, it's going to crash because it's based on the fact that nobody can solve that mathematical problem. So I don't know when I see people not being able to phantom or process this thing, I always wonder that What do you think is happening in years back when the telephone came, when the SIM card, when the internet came? What do you think was happening? Many people did not accept it. Many people did not adopt it. Many people did not see that, oh, this is opportunity. Same way people are thinking, oh, how can I just be playing game? So in life generally, it goes back to you understanding how the world is changing, how you can apply your knowledge to the world, and what you can get out of it ASAP. Because nobody know podcaster will be a job. I'm a TikToker. People are literally making
Even
money
tweeting
by
on
being a
Twitter.
TikToker, which is insane. Being a TikToker, yes,
Like I said, even tweeting
I'm
on
with you, please.
Twitter looks like a full-time job now.
Correct. Just tweeting your thoughts. Then you become a Twitter influencer and then you start making money. Not even just any money, a lot of money, in fact. So how can you say, oh, this person, I just put my word out there, what I thought, my opinion, I put it out, and people are paying me for it. If you tell somebody, the person cannot process it. If they cannot process, same way some people cannot
Yeah,
process the whole Web3 thing. But one of the things I actually tell I want to talk to you about is this attitude of getting busy but not being productive. I actually think many people have mastered this attitude of being busy, but they
yeah,
won't
I
be
agree.
productive. Personally, like I am like this now, I don't necessarily have to walk around the clock, right? I know what to do because I know the productivity I'm looking for. But there are a lot of people that will tell you every day that they are busy. I'm busy, I'm busy. Zero productivity.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, busy is just a four-letter word. Productivity is longer. Busy is just something like it makes people feel good. It just makes them feel good, like, oh, I'm busy. Something that they think, oh, I'm doing something. I'm not available. Not like being productive. There are so many people that are not as busy as the regular people and they are more productive, like you said. Some people can just use that word to feel good. You can tell them, what are you doing? I'm busy. You can be busy sleeping. You can be busy. You can be busy reading. You can be
Yeah, you
busy
can be busy
watching
tweeting.
movie. So I even personally I don't accept the fact when I ask people like, "What are you doing?" I'm busy. Busy doing what? And some of them feel offended. Like, I just told you I'm busy. Yes, you're busy. Busy doing what? You are busy reading. Reading can even be anything. You can be reading non-fiction. You can be reading fiction. You can be deluded. You can be gaining knowledge. So what are you busy doing? Busy reading what? You are busy with your laptop, busy doing what with your laptop? Are you designing? Are you writing? Are you making ads? Are you creating content? Are you writing code? Or you are watching Netflix? What are you doing with the laptop? You are busy.
Because being
Yes,
busy
now.
just simply means that you are occupied, and anything can you can
And
be
this
occupied by
this talking about
anything.
busy now brings me to the narrative that was going around during the election in the US that Elon Musk is available. He has about several multi-billion-dollar businesses, and he still appears for um, campaign with Donald Trump. He still tweets, he replies people, and they will tell you like, if Elon Musk can reply, who are you that you cannot reply? But the problem is, Elon Musk is extremely productive. You cannot own billion-dollar companies and not be productive. But does that make him busy all around? He has put in place institutions that can sustain,
Mm.
that can continue to work, that can continue to progress and be successful, even though if he removes himself from the picture, which is something a lot of people don't know how to do. So that is why you see Elon Musk today at Tesla, next tomorrow he'll be discussing SpaceX, next week he's on Grok, discussing how Grok is overtaking ChatGPT. All of these things, and Elon Musk himself is now the influencer for his businesses. He does not need. He's even doing some crazy marketing that I found like he's making you people market his products. Now everybody will buy Cybertruck and they will post it. You are marketing that product for you. It does not necessarily need to go and reach out to any brand, any celebrity to do it for you. So yes, he has a lot of time on his hands being productive. Even his tweets are being productive. Unlike you that is jumping on Man U trend, that you are discussing one footballer that is bad all day. Or that you are discussing Davido and Whiskey. Jay-Z and Kanye West, or you are discussing one actor, one movie or the other. Yes, it's fine to use all these things to while away time. So that's another thing. People say they while away time. You only have 1,440 minutes a day. If that's not right, you only have 24 hours and you are wasting it. After that 24 hours, you will sleep 8 hours. If you work out, you spend like an hour in the gym. If you want to communicate with your family, your friends, your loved ones, you spend like 2, 3 hours. How many hours do you have left? And you say, no, I just want to while away time. I want to while away 2 hours. You want to get busy with Twitter for 2 hours. You want to waste time. You're not wasting time, you're wasting your life. So Elon Musk is busy tweeting because he's productive, he's an influencer for his business. Donald Trump will sit down where they are writing his speeches. I saw a video where they are writing Donald Trump speeches. He sit down with them and you tell them remove this. You tell them add this. We sit down and be doing. I'm like, oh, he's not busy enough. That's why he's looking to be the president of the. But he's productive. He's a billionaire. Who are you? You're not even a millionaire in your own currency.
The fact is, people not knowing that being busy is just you are occupied, and being productive is different from you are busy. You can do 1 hour work and you are productive, and you can be busy for
Zero.
5 hours and you're not productive. So productivity goes back to your goals and your results,
Yeah, and
right?
when we talk about yeah,
What are the goals I'm setting? What did I set out today?
I'm sorry to cut you. And when
Continue.
we talk about productivity, especially when it comes in a remote work setting, that's where some people mistake it. They just want to sit down in front of
Yeah.
their laptop from 8 to 9 and feel like they're in the office and just leave. Some bosses too just want you to be there from 8 to 9. You are doing remote work. Your most productive hours can be at the wee hour of the day. It can be at 11. Some people are doing creative jobs. You can be your productive. You can even work overtime, regardless. You might be at your work all day trying to brainstorm. You might have writer's block. There might be a block in your creativity if you're in the creative industry that you use your knowledge. And maybe at exactly that 5 p.m. that everybody is closing and shutting off their laptop, you just get straight into that mood. And you just go on your laptop if you're a writer and you just find out you keep typing and typing and feel like,
Mm-hmm.
bros, I've written 1,000 words. And if you're somebody that wants to create content, maybe a creative, at that moment, something might just spark it and just continue working. But now because you said, I'm busy 8 to 5, you just sit there in front of that laptop and you close it and go, not being productive. So you can spend just 1 hour doing your remote work, whatever you do creative, and generate good results and be productive. That does not mean after that 1 hour of productivity you should close your laptop and get back. That's what I'm saying. You can still be there, continue doing work, but you have done exactly 1 hour of deep work, something that you cannot do in 5 hours, and then you can continue there and do shallow works, just like uh, Carl Newport said in his book Deep Work. You can do yeah, you can do 4 hours of deep work
Cannibal too.
and the remaining 4 hours of shallow work. All of that time it can be any other thing. You can scroll through your Twitter feed at the same time while you do that. Somebody like me while I'm in Web3, I have to be very active on Twitter because that's where I get most of my gigs, that's where I get most of my jobs, that's where I post most of my content, that's where I post for people that I work with. So at the same time but there are sometimes that even when I'm doing my deep work like Carl Newport, let me use this time, I block out. I don't even go to the tag Twitter. For the past 2 days, there's something I wanted to tweet about a project I did, and I've
Mm-hmm.
not found time to post it. Not because I cannot just go on there and put it there, but it just doesn't feel right yet. The what to do, just like okay, I'll do it. So it is not about you
Correct.
just staying
Correct.
there and just doing shallow work. You will remain a mediocre, and when you are a mediocre, when they need the top 1% of your job of the people in your niche, you are below the food chain. You are not even a bottom lobster, you are an underground lobster at that point in time. So just stop being busy.
You know, it's insane because thinking about deep work, the people don't know until you practice deep work, you
Yeah,
will not appreciate it. For marketing, for example, when I want to create marketing strategy, I shut down. Like I enter a particular mode, and I will stay there until I get that particular strategy. The point is when you start thinking about ideas, the first five ideas that will come to your mind,
yeah,
they are waste. Most of the time, they are not okay. They are waste. Just like when you ask somebody that, what do you want in life? Now, the first thing they will start if the person is poor, They start telling you, I want money, I want car, I want a beautiful
House.
wife, I want kids, I want a big house, I want money. Yes. Tell tell them to continue. Now they've listed house, they've listed car, a wife, kid, money. Tell them to continue. Continue. Then they will pause. It is very easy to list
Yeah.
those top ones. Now look at everything the person has listed now. They are just material things that anybody can get, right? You don't have to both poor and rich. Yes, you can if once you have clothing, shelter, and food on your table, you are okay.
Yeah.
You can be happy. Yes. You can be happier than Elon Musk if you have food, clothing, and shelter. If you have your basic need, you can be happier
Definitely.
than Elon Musk. But tell them to continue listing their life goals. When they reach number 10, when they reach life goal number 10, then you will see the strain on their brain. You see their eyes. They will be like, okay, what else do I need? That is when they will go deep inside their soul to start looking for it. That, okay, what else do I need? I've done that assignment over and over again. I'm giving it to people over and over again. That I myself, I try to list what I want. By the time you get to number 7,
Yeah.
you will not know what you want again. You start thinking deeper and deeper. So that's one of the things I kind of bring up to this idea, deep work state, because when you're thinking about idea, what can I do? What is the marketing idea I can do? Then this one will pop up, bam, 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 bam. By the time those ones has pop up, they will now go away. Then when you start thinking, then that's when you now slip into a deep state. Then you start thinking, you start thinking, you start thinking. Then the ideas that will start coming at idea number 7, idea number 8, 10, 11. Those ones will now become, they will now be
Yeah.
becoming deeper and deeper because they are coming from deep inside your soul. They are not just coming from a place of let me your brain will want to quickly solve the problem and go away. That is why your brain will give you closest ideas. For example, that if you are feeling horny, if you are feeling the urge to have sex as a man, that's why many men are addicted to masturbation. Your brain will quickly give you some suggestion of, oh, go watch porn, go and watch porn, go and watch porn. That is the fastest solution. Because your brain does not want to
Yeah.
think, your brain don't like stress, right? Your brain will suggest a fast solution. Yeah, take the solution. So that you will stop stressing the brain. You don't when you start thinking and thinking, you're stressing the brain. The brain does not want you to stress. You just be like, yeah, go watch porn. And then you just go watch porn. Then
Yeah.
you solve the problem. The problem is solved. Instead of your brain suggesting to you that, okay, go outside, go talk to a woman, or okay, talk to your girlfriend, try to talk to your girlfriend, hey, hello, can you come to me after work? Can you, or go and meet your wife, talk to your wife, because you have to go meet your partner, talk to your partner might not be in the mood, then you have to find a way to maneuver. So it's a long process, right? A very long one. So you have to do that. Then your brain don't want that. Your brain don't want that long process. That's the same thing when it comes to deep work. Oh. Same thing. Because when you're thinking of strategies, when you're thinking of ideas of, oh, what can I write? Your brain will quickly suggest things. Bam, 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 bam. Write this one. Write about this one. Write about this one. But the problem you say, okay, I'm not writing about this one. What else can I write about? Then nothing will come. The moment you now be able to think of something, my brother, the number 6 ideas are always way better because they are coming from deep inside your soul. They are using a lot of data you've accumulated, a lot of books you've read. That is what the brain is trying to go pick up from. And many people don't understand this thing about deep work. That's why they cannot stay, oh, I want to stay 1 hour and work. Most of the time when I want to do creative work for the client I handle their social media pages, I normally just start from my own page first. So I would create the content for my own personal page, edit the content, post the content, and so I'll be doing that. By the time I do that for about 30 minutes, I am deep inside a creative mode. Now that's when I will now go pick up my that's when I will now go pick up my client's page and I start working on their content. And that's why I always throw out very good work for them. And they will always be like this thing. Because I've used the wastage parts for my own self. The first work is you go to the gym now, and I know you will have experienced that too. When you first get there, your first push is not always your best push now.
Okay. Like I said, there are some
Yes,
days that
now.
you go to the gym, you don't even feel like being there. When you get to that place, you just feel like, oh no, what am I doing here again? There are most days like that. And the moment you just pick up maybe one or two dumbbells, you just pick up maybe a barbell, your first set is just like, okay, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. By the time you get to your second program, you're already in the workout mode. And this same thing applies to every niche, like you said. And to back up what you said about deep work, about the brain's main function is not for anything. Its main function is for your survival. That is why it is very quick to think the solution, the easiest one, the fastest one, the one that might not actually make sense at that point. And that's why so many people remain mediocre because they cannot wait and they think. Recently, I put out a tweet and I was like, most times when I'm reading, I spend more time thinking, retrospecting, than I'm actually reading the book. If you look at the book, I might just flip the page within an hour, I'll be done. But I'll be in this chair and I'll be like there for like an hour, 2 hours, reading something that I can finish in 30 minutes. Because your brain main function is just for survival. That's why it gives you the fastest. That's why when you want the like the urge for sex, it just says watch porn, masturbate. Because it does not want to go through the hard route, speak to your woman, try to sweet talk and get her in the mood, and you people should have something beautiful. Your brain does not want you to do that, it just wants the quick work. And same thing when it comes to writing. And sometimes, like maybe recently, I contributed to a project. It's a fiction project, which it stresses me because it has to bring me into that. When I'm writing fiction, I have to be in that scene. I have to start imagining, living that scene, thinking, seeing the characters, discuss those words, have those dialogues with them, which is a little bit too much because I'm most likely a non-fiction and technical person. I like solving problems. I like sharing information. I'm more technical content copy. So, but I still do fiction very well. The few times I've done fiction, people ask me, where did you get this knowledge? And what was the thought process? I just look like it's because I don't do it every day. But most of the time when I want to do my fiction, like you said, I just first start with my non-fiction. And I just put my laptop, I sit down on my chair, and before I know it, I've written 1,000 words discussing something. Or probably if I wanted to put a project out, sometimes it's mine also. 1,000 words, I'll just put it out there. Then I'll just save it to my drive where I'm putting all my personal articles that's supposed to be my book. And when I'm done, I'll just switch to the new tab. And while I'm doing that fiction, I just start writing. I just started doing this, then I'm already in that place. I'm already in that scene with them. Sometimes when I want to write it, because it takes a lot, because writing fiction is a lot of creativity. Maybe because I do too much of non-fiction, I just need the topic. It comes. The idea is essence. It just comes. Sometimes I will just like, I think I've written too much. Let me edit. But when it comes to fiction, sometimes I just sit down. I transform. It looks like a digital space. Like within a swipe, I transform my space to that place that I really want to be. There was a time I was writing about a forest thing, and the fact that I did forestry in school, so I know what a forest typically looks like. They said I had to sit down, imagine myself. It took me a long time. Imagine myself I was back in the forest like I was on field trips. Then I started thinking at that moment, what are the things I see? Those things that I started putting into words, hello, the sounds of the bird, the neighs of the horses, the bleats of the goats. I started putting them down. Then immediately I'm getting into that scene, I'm getting into that character, I'm getting into that deep state. Then I started writing the kind of conversations you have. And when I put out that article was supposed to be for a brand, when I sent it to them, the person told me like, Toy, where did you get what was the thought process? I said, I'm a forest. I'm like, now I get it. It felt original. But why did it feel original? I started writing something that I'm very convenient doing. I've written about 1,000 words of non-fiction that day. Then I sat down and took myself back to those days when I used to go on field trip, when I used to tour Nigeria with my departmental mates, seeing the difference of forests. I started to feel what I used to feel at that point in time. And it does not necessarily mean like because I'm a forester, I can do only that. There was time when I was writing about school, primary school, something, and I had to go into that scene, sit down there. I used to tell my readers, even while I'm doing technical, whatever you feel while you are reading anything I put out is exactly what I felt while writing it because I had to be you to get you. And that's why so many people are not that successful in what they do, even if it's marketing. You have to be the first person to pass through your funnel. I see a lot of people create funnels, subscribe to my link, and they don't even subscribe themselves to that link. They don't even know what the message looks like. It is when you subscribe and you test it and you not
Correct.
feel like, oh, this email is not right. You have to be the first consumer of your product, whatever you do. Even if you are a doctor, that's why when before any drug comes out, their test, they take it out, they carry out experiments. You have to there has to be consumer. But in the creative industry, you have to be the first consumer of your product because the moment it gets out, it can't come back. It's like even musicians, the moment the music is out, you can't take it
Yes,
back.
now
And nothing is finished. Nothing is finished.
you know. Yeah, that's why Jordan Peterson say if your writing is boring to you,
Exactly.
imagine what it makes me feel. if your if your work is if you are
Other
feeling
person is
terrible
feeling.
with your work, imagine what the person that did not produce the work is insane. Let's talk about getting started in tech. I don't know. I just felt we should talk about it. Then we'll just wrap up. I think we are 30 minutes in now. I don't
Yes,
want
it's
I don't want
fine.
this to be a very long conversation because me and you we could
Yeah.
go 3 hours. I know. So, but let's talk about getting started. I think one of the things that helped me because I've seen that helped you as well getting into tech and all of these things is I made a content about it recently. Some people disagree, fine. But I think somebody, for you to, if you're just starting in life and you don't have anything doing, like you don't have a job, that's the people I'm talking about. Or let's say you have a job and the job is paying you less than 200,000 naira. Because if you earn less than 200,000 naira now, it's
Yeah.
just as if you're earning nothing. So let's try and build a caveat and context around this thing before we go ahead. So if I earn less than 200,000, I believe that what you should do is look for a very, very popular skill. Now, people always say, oh, don't go and learn graphic design. Graphic design is already popular. Don't go and learn content writing. Writing is already popular. Don't go and learn what's other popular skill that they always talk about. So they always talk about all these popular skill that you should not learn. Don't learn writing. Don't learn graphic designing. Don't learn this. Don't learn that. But in the long run, I believe that you need to learn the popular one, and then you will now deliver at speed. So if you are a graphic designer, for example, if you choose to learn graphic design, all you need to do is to come into the industry, right? Learn graphics and then deliver fast. Because the people that are already in that industry, they will not deliver fast anymore because they're already big, right? They have bigger projects and they will not deliver fast. If you're a writer and somebody is contracting you for writing for a writing gig, all you need to do is deliver fast. So I believe when somebody is trying to break into tech, I believe the best route is to learn a popular. I'm emphasizing on popular, what you know people are already doing. Stop thinking, oh, I want to learn robotics or what is the next big thing. You don't have to learn the next big thing. Just learn what is popular for now and break into tech. And then when you break in, you can now start doing what you want to do.
Yes, I agree with you because getting into tech is uh, is something very difficult and breaking. You know, there's this saying that goes like a friend of mine, very good friend, of mine used to say like you spent 4 years in your university. Some people like us that spent 5 years, not because we speak because our university is 5 years, some 6, 7 years. You did not get a job with it in 1 year. Like you went to university for 7 years, you did not get a job. Now you want to get into tech and take a course in 3 months and get a job in 1 week. That's some high level delusion right there. That's maybe the biggest level of delusion anybody can ever even have when it comes to getting a job. Because getting into tech, like you said, get the popular skill. At that time, maybe that skill is what is really making that money. That skill is what everybody is leveraging on at that point in time. That skill is what is in highest demand. And if you can have it, you can actually get an entry level job. And while there, you have to keep on skilling because the skill that got you the job is not what is going to sustain you there. And there's little skills that you pick by the way on the outside that if you bring it all together, they can make you successful in tech. So you have to keep upskilling both your soft skills, interpersonal skills, your hard skills, the kind of skill you do that you have to keep regardless of what it is. You have to keep doing it. Getting into tech, breaking into tech is easy and at the same time not easy. It depends on how you want to see it. You just have to get some level of discipline, deep work, block out for maybe 2, 3 hours a day and take your courses. Yeah, because at some point, you might get a course.
Correct.
There was something I did while I learned it from my friend. There was something I did. Anytime I get rejected from an interview, I go back to taking one course because why? I'm not good. Somebody was picked. Somebody was better. How do I become better?
Yeah.
So I get another thing. There was a
Correct.
time I did 3 courses and I just applied to jobs for fun. I applied to 5 jobs. I said I wanted to test my employable skills. I don't want to be employed. I just want to test. Then I reached out to 5 companies. 3 of them reached out back. I did interview with 3 of them. 2 of them offered me the job. I didn't take it because the salary was bad. It was an entry level job. But at that point, I knew, okay, I'm getting better. Then I went back and started.
You're getting better. You send the signal.
Yes, now.
The job market will give you the right signal. If you are getting there, people will not give you job because they
Yes,
like you.
yes.
No, everybody wants value from you. So you have to know that the job market is the right signal on
Yes.
your
At that point, I knew,
employability.
okay, yes, I'm getting better. I didn't take the job because at that point, maybe I was not too sure if I would deliver, especially, but I knew, yes, I can get a job. I might not be able to sustain it, but this was better than what I had 2 months ago. I reached out to 3 brands, 5 brands, no reply. So I'm better. Then I get back and I started taking courses. Then after a while, I went back to the market again and I reached out to a few brands and they all reached out back. I got more gigs than I actually wanted at that point in time. So that's how breaking into tech is. It's not easy, but it is also easy because
Is it?
there are proofs, there are testament, there are people that have done it that can coach you, that can guide you. But the process, the decision making, the blocking out, the taking out time, the always going back, rejection after rejection, taking courses, feeling like you are not enough, it is the hard part, which you have to be very, very mentally stable. You have to be high up there mentally to deliver that, to get through that, to fix all of that. It can be draining. It can be consuming data, internet, power, whatever it is. If your laptop is not good, use your phone. If your laptop is consuming more data on Coursera, Allison, Udemy, use your phone. There are some courses that you don't need to put on your laptop. It does not require large screen. Use your phone. If the power supply is bad, your neighbor wants their gen, go and charge there. Leverage anything you have, use it. And it is not easy. I think this will make me talk about how I got my first job in Web3 per se. So in Web3, when I decided like after a very deep conversation with a very good friend of mine, we decided okay, let's go into Web3, and I went into Web3. Uh, I decided to put out articles on my page. For anybody that wants to get into Web3, whatever you want to do, whatever you do, whatever skill you have, you first have to advertise yourself because Web3 is more of a PO. People that in Web3 understand it's a proof of work thing than your CV or whatever you think you want to sweet talk people. Some people will not even interview you. But when they see what you can do, they want you to just replicate it for their brand. There are a lot of projects there. So immediately I started writing articles. The first article I put out, the funniest part is I wrote it 8 months before I even decided I wanted to get into Web3. I wrote it for a brand that was working with. That time it was a contract job. I wanted to write for their brand for like a month. And they paid me handsomely. It was in dollars. Funny thing is every time I've earned in writing in any job, it was in USD. I've never earned Naira before. Never ever earned Naira. It was handsome at that time. And I was like, okay, this is beautiful. That was what made me continue. So I just put out that article that I wanted to write for them, but they said it's not something they like. So I just like, oh, this was great. I've been doing this a while. I put it out. It was still my best article to date. 8 months work. Then I think I did 5 articles on a
See that?
stretch. Then I reached out to like 5 brands. Most of the time I always do five, six, 10 brands. I reached out to 5 brands and I told them I wanted to come and work with you for free. In quotes, for free. I remember I told one brand, I was like, oh, thank you, but we cannot afford to add any contributor to our website. And I was like, did you read what I said? I said I want to volunteer for free. The guy reached out to me like, I like your enthusiasm. I like you. Okay, let's start working. Then the first day I sent him an article, was like immediately he created my account for me on their website, and we started working. In the first week, I gave him 28 articles. Immediately, he reached out to me, called me himself. Hello, please. I want to offer you this amount per week. It was relatively small, but I was like, no problem, because I was willing to do this for free. So why won't I take the small amount of money? A lot of people disagree with me, even very close people are like, why would you do that for free? Bros, I've seen what you do. You are good as like, I just want to do it for free. Till now, I still work for free. Then we started working, everything went on. I was the last person to join the brand, but within 3 months, I'm the most respected in the brand. Not because I'm trying to toot my horn or flatter myself. This guy has literally said it to me. He has given me access to the website, to everything that he's doing in the website, more than everybody that I met at that brand. Sometimes I discuss strategies with him way outside of what I'm doing for him. There was a time we found out I can design flyers to go out with whatever we want to post. I was like, bro, you can design, and it's close to what I do. Like, they don't teach that when you are writing. Nobody will teach you SEO while you are taking copywriting, or teach you content while you are taking creative writing. You put all of that together, and nobody will teach you how to manage your time. Nobody will teach you project management with any other thing. Some of these skills that I've acquired over time, I remember that I had over 18 certifications at the moment. The day I wrote my CV and I sent it to my friends, like, bro, are you crazy? So I was like, that was how I got in. And we started working. Recently, that same person gifted me my 5 weeks salary as a bonus, not my salary. He gifted me my 5 weeks salary after increasing my pay. When he figured, okay, this guy is good, he increased my pay. He gave me 5 weeks
Somebody you volunteered for, you started
from volunteer.
to
He gave me
volunteer.
5 weeks pay for free. He said, this is a bonus for what you do. You have been tremendously helpful to the brand. You have been terrific at what, for free. I was surprised. I didn't even ask him. And that's how other jobs keep coming, because I now have excess proof of jobs. There was a brand I recently worked for free for, one big brand, one big community in Nigeria. They wanted to do something, and I reached out, and I was the first person they added to that group. On the meeting, was like, Toheb, please, can you talk? I saw your portfolio. You have done a lot. Please, can you share something? And I was like, bros, calm down, I beg. But it's testament of what I've done. It's testament of what is there. Since I've been in Web3, I can say it boldly, my salary has not been the same every month. It will always change. It has not been the
Correct.
same every month. At the end of the moment, I look at it.
Correct.
So breaking into that space
People
is not an easy job.
people can get into tech. Yeah, people can get into tech. You can get into tech right now. Like we're saying, you can get into
Any
tech with any
skill,
skill. Like you said, you get into tech by writing. Any skill, never ever overthink it that, oh, maybe some skills are already popular or overpopulated. There's nothing that is overpopulated if you can shorten your
yeah,
delivery period. Just shorten your delivery period. That is it. They give you a writing gig right now, deliver ASAP. Time is what everybody's run. If you can deliver fast, some people will take your speed over
yeah,
quality. Like they will over. Some people need, yes, some people need fast work better than quality work. Now, so people always think, oh, I'm not still good enough. If you can post every day on somebody Instagram, somebody might take you over somebody that will say, oh, I'm trying to design this thing very well before I post it. And then they will not post throughout the week. So sometimes people will sacrifice your speed. They will sacrifice quality to gain your own speed. And Tohib, let's wrap up
yeah.
the this
To
episode with
round
that.
it up, when you said,
I
to
know
round it
one
up
of these
about
days
that
will
speed,
come.
there is a quote that I
Yeah.
live by. and I would like to share at the end. It is by W.H. Wooden. He said, "Nothing is
Alright.
finished, and it has to do a lot with creativity. Your Corolla, there will
Nothing
be
is finished.
2020 model, there will be 2024, there will be 2023. It is not finished. They have to just package what they have done in 2023 for you in 2024. And in 2025, they will upgrade. Same thing
Pull
with
it
your work.
out and continue.
You have to learn the art of detachment at some point. When you finish, see, there are articles that are posted on my personal blog. Having a personal blog has been something that even gave me a job at one point. Somebody wanted to reach out to me like, "Do you know how to use WordPress?" I said, "Yes, I'm very proficient." I even run my own personal blog on WordPress. And the media was like, "Okay, there's nothing we can use to take this guy out of this equation anymore. He has everything that we need, even more than other people." So nothing. There are some articles that are on my page right now that if I look at it, like I can add one or two passage or probably paragraphs to it. But you have to learn the art of detachment at one point in time because nothing is finished. You can improve on it, but make sure that's not basis for you to do mediocre job. But nothing is finished. Yeah, especially if you're in the creative industry. So that's what I will have to say about that.
Okay, thank you everybody. And that'll be the end of this
Thank
show.
you.
See you some other time.
So it was a nice time with you.